Powell, I tried to contact you last night, but your husband said that you were out for the evening.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't get any message.
Oh, not to worry. We're all here now.
Yes. Would you like to come through the office?
Well, I'm sure Mrs. Reynolds would love to see it, but all in good time. Well, ladies, may I introduce Mrs. Anne Reynolds, the new governor of Wentworth.
Oh, dear. This really has been a surprise for you, hasn't it? I'm sorry.
Oh, no need to apologize, Mrs. Reynolds. Breakdown in communications, that's all.
Yes. It is a pity, though. We could have welcomed you a little better than this.
Well, thank you for the thought, but I'd really like to get started. Perhaps you could show me to my office, Mrs. Powell.
Of course. Will there be anything else, Mr. Douglas?
Oh, no, not at the moment. I'll speak to Mrs. Reynolds if anything crops up.
Right. This way, Mrs. Reynolds.
Will I see you before you go, Mr. Douglas?
Oh, good Lord, yes. I wouldn't throw you in the deep end like that. I'll see you in the office. Would you excuse us, Mrs. Morris? I want to have a few words with Miss Ferguson.
Yes, Mr. Douglas.
Disappointed?
I suppose I am, sir. It's only natural. But I'm sure the department has made the correct choice.
Yes, it has. Reynolds has been with the department for years. Well, not with corrective services, of course, but that's not the important thing. The important thing is that he puts first things first. Not social reform or rehabilitation, but the department. I mean, if you put the department first, then everything follows naturally, right?
Yes, but I can't disagree with you there, sir. I take it Mrs. Reynolds was your choice?
Oh, no. No, unfortunately, the final choice wasn't mine. But never mind. We'll get there one day. In the meantime, I want you to give her all the help she needs. Birds of a feather, eh?
Yes?
Oh, Kerry Jacobs.
That's right.
I'm Joan Ferguson. We spoke on the phone about
Oh,
B. Smith.
Debbie Smith's mother. Come in, won't you?
Thank you.
I'll get the letters for you. Go in. I really had to think after our talk. Thought I may have thrown all these out after my husband died. Letters can be cruel after something like that.
Oh, yes, I can imagine that.
Look, I'm sorry, but I really want to be sure I'm doing the right thing. Debbie really was my very best friend, and I'd hate to do anything to hurt her mother. Well, Mrs. Smith was a nice lady, despite what the papers said.
Oh, she still is. That's why I'm trying to help her.
I just don't see how Debbie's letters could help after all these years. I mean, how could they be used in a parole hearing?
Well, you see, if the letters can prove that Debbie and her mother were close, then the board can be reminded that the crime was a crime of passion. And I don't think a mother should be punished for that. Do you?
No. Debbie wrote that just before she died.
Contraband, insurance schemes, drug running. You've been very busy, haven't you, Mackenzie?
Helps pass the time. You know how it is.
I know how it's going to be. I hope you adapt easily to change, Mackenzie, because things are going to be very different around here from now on.
Fair enough. I'll pass it on to the girls.
No, I'll do that. You'll just do as you're told. In fact, that's all you'll be doing from now on. Now, where did you get the contraband? Wait outside. Mrs. Powell, this file isn't complete.
How do you mean?
Well, what was the result of your investigations? What punishment did she receive? There's nothing here for me to go on.
Yes, well, that's because we had the same answers that you just got. We could hardly punish her without some sort of evidence. Of course, we do have our suspicions.
Suspicions?
Look, as far as I'm concerned, there can be only one answer. The women are being helped by a member of the staff.
An officer? Are you sure?
As sure as I can be without any proof. Oh, departmental corruption. Got an ugly ring to it, hasn't it?
Yes, Mrs. Clifton. Yes, well, you ring any time you like. Thank you. Goodbye. Good. Oh, good morning, Major.
Hello, Meg. I'm sorry to bother you, but I was just passing by and I thought I'd drop in to see Joan, sort of patch things up, if you know what I mean.
Well, you've missed her. I mean, she left about an hour ago.
Oh, she must have gone shopping. I called the house, but there was no answer. Oh, well, I'll catch up with her later. Thanks, Meg. I'll let you get on with it. Oh, good Lord, I'd forget my head if it weren't screwed on. A little something for yourself and Colleen, a sort of thank you for last night. I enjoyed it immensely.
Major, they're lovely. Thank you.
Not at all. It's not often a silly old duffer like me gets the chance to be with 3 beautiful young ladies.
I wish Colleen was here to hear that. We could all do with a bit of a morale booster this morning.
Oh? Dissension in the mess?
Something like that. We've just been presented with our new governor, an outsider, so it was a little unexpected.
Oh, well, we mustn't question orders, but, well, I'm very sorry to hear it, Meg. You must be very disappointed.
Oh, not just me.
No. Poor Joan. Meant so much to her.
Well, I reckon it stinks. Fancy getting in an outsider. We should add Mrs. M.
Oh, who cares who got it, as long as the freak didn't? What'd she like?
Well, we're not on first name terms as yet, so you'll have to call her Mrs. Reynolds until I get to know her better.
Do you think she'll be fair?
She's a department zombie, if you want my opinion, so work it out for yourself.
That's all we need. Now we'll have to go to all the trouble of breaking her in.
What do you want to see you for? Yeah, I'm a bit worried about that. I think someone's been telling lies about me.
Why? What happened?
Well, you won't believe this, but she actually accused me of dealing in contraband. I mean, I was shocked.
My name's Reynolds, Mrs. Reynolds. I'm the new governor. I'm sorry it's taken so long to get around to meeting you all, but I had to put the office in order before I could do anything else. I have spoken to Judy Bryant, though, and she assures me you're all angels. That if I had any sense, I'd open the front gate and tell you all to go home. Unfortunately, I can't do that. I don't like prisons, I never have. But all of us here are part of one. They're a fact of life. So, let's hope we can all work together. It'll be much easier for all of us. As you can imagine, I've had to study your files quite closely. Some of the things I read, I liked. Some I didn't like. Fortunately for most of you, I don't trust written reports. It'd be too easy to get the wrong impression. So in time, I want to meet you all individually. Until then, thank you for your time, ladies.
Report to kitchen duty, please, Lizzie.
Yeah.
Struth, she can talk, can't she?
Yeah, she's full of it.
What do you reckon, Bee?
Put it this way, I'll be doing a bit of thinking before I cross that one.
Oh, Bee, you know I never interfere, but you don't look well, love.
Now, Lizzie, please.
Come on, you lot, you get slower every day. Daniel's on kitchen duty.
Yes, Miss Ferguson.
Taking your time this morning, Mackenzie?
What did you do to Smith while I was in the pound? She looks bloody awful.
Yeah, she does, doesn't she? You know, I don't think motherhood agrees with her.
Meaning?
Well, Moonbeam's been filling her head with nonsense about visits from the other side.
And she fell for that.
Yeah, well, wouldn't you? If your daughter knocked on your cell door in the middle of the night and called out to you? Good one.
Now what?
This. We're going to use part of a letter that her daughter wrote. A very special part. Yeah. One more night of softening up and, I think we'll let her daughter give it to her.
Pity you're wearing that uniform. I could almost grow to like you.
Hello, Daniels. Just give her the tray and then get out.
G'day. Sorry about this. I just deliver it. I don't cook it. It's supposed to be porridge.
Daniels.
You righto. See ya.
Seems a nice little thing, doesn't she? Real friendly.
I suppose so.
Oh, you won't think so when she finds out why you're in here. She and her mates will be after your blood. They've got this thing about people who hurt children.
But they won't find out. The governor
Oh, the governor's new to this game, but I'm not. Believe me, Tyler, you've got real trouble. Child murderers are bad news in this place. Well, Daniels, I wouldn't like to think you were listening outside the door. Well,
No, Miss Ferguson.
right. Get going.
There you are. If you'd get the typist to make copies of those, I'll have some more for her when she's finished. She must be hating me by now. Anne Reynolds. Right, send her through, will you? I'm sorry, Miss Ferguson, you started to say something before.
Oh, no, I think you've said it all, Governor. Mind you, there has been a lack of departmental standards here in the past, but I think all that's going to pick up now that you're here. Perhaps we could have a little talk someday. I've got a few theories about the women that I'd like to discuss with you.
Yes, of course. Come in. Hello, Judy. That'll be all, Miss Ferguson. We'll have that discussion later.
Fine.
Miss Ferguson?
Excuse me, I wonder if I might see Miss Ferguson. I'm her father.
Just a moment, sir. I think she's in the staff room on her tea break. Miss Ferguson?
Yeah.
Your father is here to see you.
All right, I'll speak to him.
Oh, I'll put him on. Here you are, sir.
Thank you. Joan?
Yes, Father. I'm afraid you've caught me at a bad time. I'm absolutely snowed under at the moment.
Oh, I see. Well, I was just passing on my way to the airport, and I thought I'd drop in to say goodbye.
Yes. Well, it was lovely seeing you again. You must let me know next time you're coming down.
Of course, though I don't know when that might be. Oh, before I forget, I've left a little something for you at the gate. I hope you like it. Joan? I think we were cut off. No matter, I said what I had to say. Thank you for your trouble.
That's all right, sir. Have a safe trip.
Damn excessive paperwork. It's ridiculous.
Yes, well, it's what the governor wants, so I suppose we have to do it.
Oh, well, right then. When you've finished your coffee, you can make copies of the punishment reports. Thank you. I'm going to release Tyler from solitary.
Mrs. Powell, would it be all right if I were to do the late shift tonight?
Oh, for God's sake, I've already made up the rosters.
Yes, I know, and I'm sorry. Perhaps I could swap with Mrs. Hall. She's not very keen on night duty.
Well, leave it with me. I'll see what I can do.
Oh, there you are. We've been looking all over for you.
What are you talking about? We came straight here.
Hey, how about making up a 4 for a game of 500?
Thanks, love. I'm a bit tired.
Oh, come on, B. If you don't play, I'll have to partner Lil.
I said no. Now, do you mind?
All right. Take it easy, love. Come on, you.
Excuse me. I'm a bit lost. Can you tell me where the recreation room is?
Well, if you're new, I better introduce you around. Got a name?
Tyler. Denise Tyler.
I'm B. Smith. Pleased to meet you.
Kid killer, eh? That's a bad title to have around here, Tyler. Real bad.
Lost something, Tyler?
Oh, please, help me.
I warned you about this, didn't I? Who did it?
Please, don't just stand
Who
there.
did it, Tyler? Name.
Oh, she had red hair. Smith. B. Smith.
What you go and do that for?
What are you talking about? You bid 7 spades, didn't you?
That was just to let you know I didn't have anything, you stupid-looking bugger.
Don't listen to it, Dobson. You're playing like a German band.
And that's another thing. I don't like people looking over my shoulder, so would you kindly go and sunbake on the freeway?
Now, you mustn't frown. You'll get wrinkles on top of your wrinkles. Wrinkles.
Smith. Yes? Come with me. The governor wants to see you. Hurry it up. You're in enough trouble as it is.
What's she supposed to have done now?
As if you didn't know.
What's this all about, Bea?
Now, how would I know?
All right. I'll go along with the game. Smith has just bashed up the new prisoner. Only this time she made a mistake. This time, she picked someone who doesn't know the rules about lagging. You've had it, Smith. Now get out.
Ah, there you are, Miss Ferguson.
Yeah.
I'm knocking off, so I thought I'd better give you this. Your father left it at the gate earlier on. Didn't someone tell you?
Oh, yeah, I forgot, that's all. What is it?
Well, that'd spoil the surprise, wouldn't it? Good night.
All right.
Dear Joan, I've just been refused visiting rights, and I can't say I blame you. It seems that I can handle a full company of men without any trouble at all. But when it comes to my own daughter, I'm a complete idiot. I love you dearly, Joan. I don't expect this little chap to take Haddo's place, but I do hope he'll be a good friend to you. Perhaps one day I will be too.
Well, little fella. You know what we're going to call you? Major. You've got a lot to live up to.
Come in.
You wanted to see all available staff, Mrs. Reynolds?
Yes, come in, please. Yesterday, I gave an order that no information was to be leaked about Denise Tyler. I know I'm new here, but I did expect that order to be obeyed.
Mrs. Reynolds, I'm sure the staff wouldn't have let anything slip.
What about newspapers, radio, and TV? Were they all vetted?
Oh, yes, Governor. I went through the newspapers myself.
And I rounded up the radios, and we've removed the TV. We have been in this situation before.
I realize that, but somehow Smith found out what Tyler was in for.
What about Bryant? Didn't she have a talk to Smith yesterday?
I don't think Judy would have said anything.
Well, I don't know so much. She and Smith are great mates.
I'm inclined to agree with Mrs. Morris. Bryant came to me with a specific request to look after Tyler. But if it wasn't her, and it wasn't a staff member, then how did the women find out?
Oh, the prison grapevine?
Tyler could have been seriously hurt. I am going to find out how this information was leaked if I have to interview every woman in the prison. That'll be all.
You're not going, are you? I thought you were doubling shifts.
Yes, I am, but I'm on my meal break. I want to take this home. I'll be back in about half an hour.
What is it? Aunt, you a beauty you are. It's a present for somebody.
No, he's mine. He's a present from my father.
Oh, you're lovely. Listen, keep an eye on Smith tonight, will you?
Why?
Well, she's acting rather strangely. She's crying and muttering to herself.
God, Smith wouldn't let anybody see her cry.
Yeah, well, that's what I would have thought, but I did see it. Don't even think she knew I was there.
Some trick she's up to, I'll bet.
Yes, well, she's not the type to have a mental breakdown.
Oh, there you are. I thought you'd just gone off the loo.
Oh, I felt tired. Anyway, it's only a few moments to lock-up time.
But what about me fortune-telling lesson?
Oh, there's plenty of time, Lizzie.
Oh, go on. I was enjoying it. How about teaching me how to read the tea leaves?
From this?
Well, you can break it open.
All right.
We used to read the tea leaves, you know, years ago.
Yeah, you told me.
She reckoned she didn't know anything about it, that she was just mucking about. But I don't know. She was pretty spot on sometimes.
Oh, she must have latent powers. It's all a matter of intuition, anyway.
What are you doing that for?
To allow fate a guiding hand in the placing of the leaves.
I see.
Bee's a really good friend of yours, isn't she?
Oh, yes. The best. We've been together for years and years.
Come and sit on the bed. Come and sit down. Now, pick up the cup and see if you can pick out any particular shape in the leaves.
Oh, it all looks a bloody mess to me.
Well, go on, study it. It doesn't have to be exact. Just something that gives you an impression of something, like a heart, which could be a lover or a friend.
Oh, yeah. I can see a heart.
Good. Now, look at the surrounding leaves. Is there anything influencing it? Something that could be harmful to it?
Real little witch's den you've got here, eh, Moonbeam?
Sarah was just teaching me the mysteries of the occult, Miss Ferguson.
Get your own cell, Birdsworth.
But the bell hasn't
heard
gone...
me. You weren't trying to tell her anything, were you, Mooney?
No, Miss Ferguson.
I hope not. Because I've warned you about your carnival tricks. I'd hate to put you on report for disobeying an order.
I won't.
Good. We'll have our own little private séance later when everything's quiet. I'll be back to get you then. Come on, Mooney.
Mum. Mum. Mum, I'm so lonely.
Debbie.
Help me, Mum.
Debbie, no. I can't. I can't. Debbie. Debbie. Debbie, come back. Debbie! Oh, Debbie, come back! Debbie! Oh, where did I?
Lizzie. Lizzie, wake up. Hey, what? Listen. Is that Bee? Gorgeous. Wonder what's the matter?
Maybe she's having a nightmare and's freaked out.
No, Bee doesn't have nightmares.
Debbie!
Debbie. Debbie. That's Bee's daughter. She's crying out for a daughter.
Debbie! Debbie, come back!
Bee, what's wrong?
What the hell's going on? I can hear all the way down in D block.
I don't know. Bee, what's the matter?
Nothing. Nothing, I'm all right. It's a bad dream.
You're a bit long in the tooth for nightmares, Smith.
I don't think she's putting it on.
You can never tell with her.
I'm all right.
I don't think a sedative would do any harm. Phone Sister Kelly and have it authorised, will you?
If you think she needs it.
Yes, I do. Bee, why were you calling Debbie?
It's, like I said, it's just a bad dream.
What the hell are you lot up to?
Oh, nothing, Miss Ferguson.
Exactly. You're supposed to be working. Now get to it and stop slacking. Birdsworth, report to the kitchen.
Oh, I'm needed in here, Miss Ferguson.
Birdsworth, I know it'll be hard, but I'm sure I can find someone to replace you. Now get moving. The rest of you get back to work. Get a move on. Just a minute, Mackenzie.
I've got to go to work, Miss Ferguson.
It can wait. Smith gets out of the pound tomorrow.
So?
So it's time for the letter. Now see that she gets it. No one else, just her.
How do I work that?
You'll find a way.
Oh, geez, this is perfect. How'd you manage to con this?
An old school friend of Debbie's. She thinks I'm trying to arrange for Smith's release on compassionate grounds.
Well, it's not far from the truth. Straight out of Wentworth and into a padded cell.
Right, laundry. Birdsworth, Adler, Daniels, Hunt, Jones and Mackenzie. Martin and Grant kitchen duty, Fisher and Kennedy cleaning duties.
Oh, excuse me, Miss Ferguson, but I reckon you left someone out.
Who?
Well, I don't know, but you only read out 6 names for the laundry. Well, we usually have 7.
Yeah. Is Bee getting out the pound, Miss Ferguson?
What's it to do with you, Birdsworth?
I just wondered.
Why don't you look in your crystal ball?
Shut up. Yes, Birdsworth. Smith will be there. All right? Hello, Dobson. Collect your things and report to reception for your release. The rest of you move out now.
Oh, good on you, mate.
Come on, move it.
You just look after yourself, eh?
Yeah. Hey, take care of yourself and hope you get the rest of your tats removed. We won't recognise you next time you come in.
I won't be back in. The crystal ball told me. See ya.
Here you are, Smith. Back with your little playmates.
Right, pay attention, everyone.
Where's Smith?
Well, she said she wasn't feeling very well, so she went to lie down, Miss Ferguson.
Who gave her permission?
I don't know. She probably asked an officer, otherwise she wouldn't have gone.
Anyone mention this to you?
No.
Ah, looks like we found our culprit.
I'll go and check.
Oh, what's going on, Miss Ferguson?
Mind your business, Daniels. Get on with your work, the lot of you. Look as though you're half a day behind in here.
Miss Ferguson, I need to go to the dunny.
All right, Mackenzie, go, but come straight back.
Aye, aye, sir.
Well,
Smith found the letter. She went off her brain.
anyone else see it?
No. She scuttled out of the place like a frightened rabbit.
Did she bash Tyler?
No. She was too freaked out.
Who did?
No names, Miss Ferguson. You know that. It's not part of our arrangement.
All right. Won't hurt to let her cop it anyway. She might get another stint in the pound.
Fine. Our plan's working out better than we'd hoped.
How do you mean?
I mean, if you push just a little harder, I'm sure that you might find that Smith is suicidal. That is, if you're interested.
Yeah. I'm interested.
Smith, Denise Tyler's been bashed again. I'd like an explanation, please.
Well, you've come to the wrong place.
I'd like to think so, but could you be a bit more convincing than that?
I came here from the laundry. I've been here for hours.
Alone?
Yes.
Can you prove you were here the whole time?
How? I just said I was alone.
That's unfortunate.
And convenient. Now, you've bashed Tyler before, Smith. Looks pretty straightforward to me, Governor.
Did you bash Tyler again, Smith?
Oh, if you like.
Miss Ferguson, take it as solitary, 48 hours.
Smith.
Oh, will you take Daniels to the governor? I'll wait for Lizzie to finish.
Right, wait at the security gate, Daniels.
Yeah.
It's all right, Lizzie. Don't bolt it down.
Miss Ferguson? Where are we at with Smith?
Oh, a little farther along the track, I'd say.
She's back in the pound.
What could be better? A few days alone won't improve her state of mind. Just think, she'll have time to brood a bit and imagine all sorts of things.
But someone might find out she didn't bash Tyler.
Not if I were to find out first.
Daniels.
You shouldn't spread rumours, Mackenzie. Someone might believe them.
Oh, yes. Maxine Daniels, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right, Mrs. Reynolds.
Well, there's no need to look like that. I've got some news for you.
Huh? What is it?
Your parole's been approved.
It has?
On condition you have a home and a job to go to.
Oh.
Is that a problem? You don't look very pleased.
Oh, yeah, I am. I'm knocked out about it, really. Didn't think I had a chance. It's going to be a bit hard finding a job and a place, you know.
Yes, I realise that, but we'll give you all the help we can.
Oh, thanks. Hey, you don't reckon I could talk to Jude about it? Judy Bryant. If anyone can help me, she can.
I'm sure that can be arranged.
Oh, terrific. Well, what do you know? Parole, eh? Beaut.
Will that be all, Governor?
Yes. Oh, unless you'd like to do half this paperwork.
Wait outside, Daniels.
Yeah, righto.
Governor, I happen to have a typewriter at home. Now, there's no one there, no interruptions. And I'd be very happy to give you a hand until you get yourself, well, familiarised, if you thought it might help.
That's very kind of you, but I couldn't really, not in your free time.
Oh, it'd be no trouble. Honestly.
I am tempted.
Then let's agree to it, shall we? Starting tonight, and by the look of all these folders here, I'd say the sooner the better.
All right. But I insist it's overtime as far as you're concerned.
Oh, well, I won't argue with that.
Well, thank you. That's very kind of you.
My pleasure. Righto, Daniels, back to work.
Yes, Miss Ferguson.
Pleased about your parole?
Oh, yeah, too right.
I should think so. Funny old world, isn't it, Daniels? There was I thinking that you had bashed Tyler. Oh, it'd be awful if I had to stop your parole at the last minute, wouldn't it? What are you doing? Come on. There you go. Oh, yes. Mackenzie's another one to watch. She'd sell her own grandmother for sixpence. Now, she's not as smart as Smith, but she certainly is as dangerous.
What about Lizzie Birdsworth? She seems to be our longest-serving prisoner.
Oh, well, your main trouble with Birdsworth is that she's a crony of Smith. Apart from that, she's quite harmless. Oh, she plays up the poor health thing a bit, you know, bad heart and all that. Anything to have people feel sorry for her. Most of the officers tend to go a bit easy on her.
You don't feel that's justified?
Sometimes yes, sometimes no. There are a few soft touches on the staff. They tend to get a bit too involved. They don't see that they're being manipulated.
Who, for instance?
Oh, now, I wouldn't like to talk about personalities, not behind their backs.
And I wouldn't expect you to. I'm just curious to get to know a bit more about my staff. It's difficult enough to get to know people without... Well, to be frank, there has been some resistance, if you know what I mean.
Yes, I had noticed. But then you can't please everyone.
Oh, early days yet, I hope. But if you can help me, anything you can tell me be appreciated. And kept confidential, of course.
Oh, well, I don't think that anything that I could say would be any more than common knowledge anyway. Meg Morris does tend to get a little too involved, personally. But that's no secret, and I'm sure she means no harm by it, but I think it does affect her judgment from time to time. Did you know that she spent 48 hours inside for contempt of court?
Yes, I read that on her report. What about Mrs. Powell?
Yes, well, she has been an efficient deputy governor. But then she, too, has had her share of problems in getting involved with prisoners.
Such as?
Well, there was a sticky situation some time back concerning the husband of one of the prisoners.
Really?
Oh, it didn't last for too long, and it certainly isn't indicative of the way she usually conducts herself. But as I said, getting too close can be dangerous.
Yes. And it's no wonder I don't trust written reports. This is all new to me.
Anyway, here we are talking about everyone else. What about you? Now, if you don't mind my asking, there are some of us who would like to know a little more about our new governor.
Well, there's not much to tell, really. No dark secrets, anything like that. My husband died 6 years ago. My 2 children helped me through that time. There's Paul. He's 18, working as a trainee manager for a supermarket. And Julie, she's 21. 22, rather. Doing 4th year university. Both good kids. And apart from 15 or so years in the public service, that's about it, really. Nothing terribly exciting.
Well, I think you'll have your share of excitement from now on. Would you like some more port?
Thank you. And thanks again for tonight. It's been really worthwhile.
I'm glad you think it has.
Talking to Lizzie. She's very worried about you. A lot of the women are. Now, she said you didn't bash Denise Taylor.
Did she?
Yes. And I don't think you did either.
What's it matter?
Well, you shouldn't be sitting in here if that's the case.
Here, there, it's all the same.
Well, the B. Smith I know wouldn't be sitting in here for something she didn't do. Are you sick? I mean, you said this morning you were lying down because you didn't feel well. There's nothing you want to talk about?
Nothing.
Where the hell have you been?
Looking for you, as a matter of fact. Why, what's up?
If it's not too much trouble, I'd like you to tell me what's going on with Smith.
Love to. You know, I don't think she's too well. She wants to get in touch with her daughter real bad. One of the others told me that Zara's going to put on a bit of a turn for her tonight. Something called a Ouija board.
Is that so? Getting in touch with the desperates again, is she?
Looks like it. Pretty soon, I think she's going to need some help out. Out of this world, if you follow.
Oh, you got anything in mind?
I've got something real helpful. I reckon a zip gun would do the trick.
I think a knife would be easier.
Yeah, but not as neat. People are always cutting themselves about this place. No, with what I've got in mind, you can't miss.
Amazing how you lot can be on time for meals.
Yeah, especially when you see what we end up with.
Would you rather go without Birdswood?
No, Miss Ferguson.
Good. Where's Smith?
Bugger if I know. Have you seen her, Maxie?
No, but it's not like her to miss tea.
No, it's not like her to do a lot of things lately. Save us a plate.
Just hurry it up.
Oh, are you escorting me to Sanctuary?
That's right, Moonbeam. Quite the model prisoner, aren't you? Come on. Here, you've got a busy night ahead of you.
Pardon?
Playing spirit games with Smith.
Yeah, well, she insisted.
That's what I heard. Next time I want to hear it from you. Straight away.
Sorry.
Ouija board, isn't it?
Yeah,
Shouldn't be any problem, should there?
I don't suppose so.
I'm sure you know just how much pressure to put on the glass without anyone suspecting. Of course you do. Just you make sure that Smith gets the message. Loud and clear.
Billy, you miss your Tina. Come on. What are you doing to yourself? Come on, you gotta eat. B, you can't let yourself go like this, love.
Doesn't matter anymore.
What doesn't?
Anything.
Don't talk such rubbish. Come on.
Not after tonight.
Eh?
We'll be together again.
Of course we will.
I wasn't there last time she needed me. But this time it'll be different. She's my daughter. And she needs me.
Oh, Zara! You gotta call it off. What do you mean? The Ouija board, you gotta call it off. I've just seen Bea and she's in a terrible state.
Well, what's the matter with
She's
her?
just sitting there staring into space.
Look, it wasn't my idea. She asked me to do this.
Well, tell her you're not feeling up to it. Tell her your vibrations are buggered.
I can't.
Why not?
Because I can't. She asked me and I've got to do it.
What? What's the matter with you? She's sitting there going around the bend. She reckons that after tonight she's going to be with her daughter again. Yeah. She said that she and Debbie are going to be together again. Now, she couldn't make it plainer than that, could she? All this ogle-boggle stuff is turning her inside out, pushing her over the edge. Now can you see?
Yes. Lizzie, think there's something you should know.
What should Lizzie know, Zara?
You push off, Mackenzie. Nobody invited you.
I'm interested in the life hereafter. Not that I'm in any hurry to get there. Of course, you're all getting closer to it by the second, Bird Brain. But what about you, Moonshine?
This is no joking matter.
No, of course it's not. You'd better get a move on. They're all waiting for you. You don't want to disappoint your fans, do you?
That's just too bad, because it's all off, so you better go and tell them.
Is that true, Moonshine?
Tell her.
Tell them I'll be there in a minute.
Make sure you are.
Bea, Ruth, Lorna. Would you all come and sit at the table, please? I want absolute silence and total concentration. Now, would all of you place your finger on the glass? Do so lightly and without any pressure. Place your fingers on the glass and don't push. Not so hard, Maxie. It's better. Clear your minds of all present thoughts. Place all your mental energies into the glass. Think only of the glass. All meet in the glass. Very quiet, very still. Is anyone there? Is anyone there with a message for one of us here? Please make contact. We are waiting. Is anyone there? What is your name, please? Is there anyone there with a message? Would you give us your name, please? In case there are any doubters here among us.
lot of you.
Oh, God.
Shut up, Smith. Get her out of here, Birdsworth. Well, I take it contact was made.
Well and truly. You took your time about it, though.
Oh, for God's sake, why don't you leave me alone? I did what you bloody wanted.
Highly strung, these supernatural types.